Excuse me. Good evening. My name is Scott Dirks, and I'm the municipal judge for the city of Stoughton and the towns of Dunkirk, Pleasant Springs, and Rutland. The city of Stoughton will appear in all matters this evening by attorney Noah Dregney. Before I begin calling cases, I want to go over some of the procedures we'll follow tonight and some of your rights as defendants. These procedures are also set forth on the form that was made available to you as you entered the courtroom. First, please turn off your cell phones. Second, this hearing is for initial appearances on the citations you received. This is not the time for a trial or telling me your side of what happened. When your case is called, please come up to the podium here and remember to speak clearly into the microphone. These proceedings are being recorded, so you need to answer questions verbally, not simply by nodding or shaking your head. Tonight, I'll ask you to enter a plea to the citation you were issued. Your plea options are guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty means you admit you did whatever it is you are charged with. A plea of not guilty means that you want to contest the charges against you. A plea of no contest means that while you do not admit doing anything unlawful, you do not wish to contest the matter either. In many cases, Mr. Dregney will be in a position to make you an offer to resolve your case right here tonight. If you do arrive at such an agreement, you should enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Either way, guilty or no contest, I must find you guilty. I will then review the facts of your case to determine whether there is a factual basis for accepting your plea. I'll then give you an opportunity then, if you wish, to tell me anything you feel is relevant to my sentencing decision, and then we'll proceed to sentencing. In almost all cases, I'll order you to pay a forfeiture, which is a money penalty like a fine. It may be anywhere from $20,000 to $10,000, though the vast majority will be in the range of $50 to $200. I'm also required to impose court costs, which will increase the total amount you must pay. I'll automatically give you 30 days to pay your forfeiture, but if you think you need more time than that, please let me know right away and we'll set up a payment plan for you. Failure to timely pay your forfeiture can result in suspension of your driver's license or referring the matter for debt collection. If you plead not guilty to the charges against you, I'll schedule your case for a pretrial conference over the phone with the city attorney. At that time, you can discuss your case with him and see if it can be resolved without a trial. If it cannot be resolved, I'll schedule the matter for a trial. You do have the right to have an attorney represent you in your case, but you must hire that attorney on your own. The public defender's office will not represent you. You also have the right to ask me for a continuance of your case if you need to consult with an attorney or for some other reason. Generally speaking, trials are heard by me. The exception may be if there is a charge of operating while intoxicated or some related offense. If you're facing that, you have the option to have a jury trial in Madison, but if you want to exercise that option, you have to post jury fees within 10 days. You also have the right to appeal any decision that I make. Those of you who are charged with a traffic offense should bear in mind that in addition to having to pay a forfeiture if you're found guilty, the Division of Motor Vehicles may also impose demerit points against your driver's license. If 12 or more points are assessed against the license in any 12-month period, your driving privileges will be suspended for a period of time. If you hold a probationary license, those points may be doubled. And finally, if your address changes at any time while your case is pending, you must notify the court in writing within 5 days of such a change. And I will call the first matter, which is City versus Rochelle Urquhart. Did I pronounce your name correctly, ma'am?
You're close.
Okay, how do you say it?
It's Urquhart.
Urquhart? Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Ms. Urquhart, do you still live on US Highway 51 in Stoughton?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with failure to yield right-of-way. That means literally what it says, that when you were in an intersection or some other crossing, that you did not yield the proper right-of-way to another vehicle. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
I do, sir.
Now, ma'am, in addition, and you may not know this, but in addition to having to pay a forfeiture if you're convicted, the laws were recently changed, well, not that recently, about 8-9 years ago, so that if you are convicted of this particular offense, in addition to having to pay a forfeiture and having points assessed against your license, you also have to, excuse me, you also have to go through a driver safety program within 6 months, and if you don't do that within 6 months, your driving privileges will be suspended. Given all of that, does the city have an offer for the defendant tonight?
Yes, the city offers to amend the citation to failure to obey an officer sign or signal. So that you wouldn't have to take the course, and the total forfeiture would be $86.20 and 3 points on your license.
Okay.
Yeah. Could we get a statute number for that amended the amended charge?
Yes, that's with stat 346.04, I think 1.
Well, let's be sure.
It has the like sub 1 and sub 2 next to each other. I think it's sub 1.
I don't have my bond book with me.
May I approach?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I think that's right. It comes up in the court's office.
Sub 1?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're good. Ma'am, do you understand the city's offer?
I do.
Okay. And how would you like to proceed tonight?
No contest.
To the amended citation?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to check the facts. I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I will accept the city's motion to amend the citation, and I will find you guilty of a violation of the city ordinance adopting Wisconsin State Statute 346.04 sub 1. I'm willing to go along with the city's amendment and the city's offer for 2 reasons. First of all, you've got a clean driving record. And secondly, as nearly as I can tell, nobody was injured. But that certainly could have been the case. I'm very familiar with that intersection. It's very well marked. The stop signs have flashing lights on them. It was dark at the time this happened. It was 6:46 p.m. on November 18th, but that's not really an excuse, okay? So do you need time, more than 30 days to pay $86.20?
No.
Okay. Then, unless you have any questions,
No, sir.
okay, then as soon as you get a copy of the judgment, you're free to go. That will tell you how you go about paying your forfeiture, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right,
Awesome.
you're
Thank
good
you.
to go. Thank you. City versus Spencer Calvert. Mr. Calvert, are you going to be okay getting up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Calvert, do you still live on County Road B in Cambridge?
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle on a public highway without valid Wisconsin driving privileges. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes.
Do you have a driver's license now?
Yes.
Could you show it to the city attorney, please?
Okay. All right. They gave me a piece of paper. I'm still waiting for them.
Okay, the city moves to dismiss the citation, Your Honor.
Do you have any objection to that, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, then it's so ordered. We'll give you a copy of the judgment of dismissal, sir. You want to hang on to that, just in case there's some paperwork snafu with DMV. This will be your proof that the citation was dismissed.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Any questions, sir? All right. You have a good evening, then. And then City versus Washa, did I pronounce that correctly? Okay. Ms. Washa, is your last name spelled W-A-S-H-A?
Yes, sir.
First name Ryan, R-Y-N-E?
Yes, sir.
And do you still live on Kong Road in the city of Stoughton?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with failure to keep your vehicle under control. That means that given the highway circumstances and the lighting circumstances at the time, while you were operating a motor vehicle on a public highway, you failed to keep the vehicle under control in a safe manner. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes, sir.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant this evening?
The city does not have an offer at this time, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, you've got a couple of choices here. If you plead guilty or no contest tonight, we'll go to sentencing tonight. In all likelihood, I would find you guilty and we'd go to sentencing. On the other hand, if you want to have an opportunity to talk this over with the city attorney, you should enter a plea of not guilty, and I'll schedule the matter for a pretrial conference over the phone so that you can talk to him about the case and see if it can be resolved without a trial. It may well be that in your discussions with the city attorney that he would be willing to amend the charge so that there aren't as many points or a lower fine or something like that. Do you understand what your options are for tonight?
Yes, sir.
And how would you like to proceed tonight?
No contest.
Do you understand if you plead no contest, I must find you guilty?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to have a chance to talk this over with the city attorney?
No, sir.
Okay. I guess one other thing I want to make sure you are clear on. How old are you?
16.
So you're on a probationary license. Okay. I haven't looked at your driving record, so I don't know if you have any prior convictions for traffic violations. But if you do, this won't be a 4-point ticket. It'll be an 8-point ticket. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And even if you don't have any priors and this is a 4-point ticket, then for the next 12 months, if you pick up any other traffic violation for which points would be assessed, those points will be doubled.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you still want to plead no contest. If you want to have time to talk to the city attorney, I'm more than happy to give you time to do that.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to proceed tonight?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay. then I will accept your plea of not guilty, and we'll schedule this for a pretrial conference.
School, because I could do 3:30 unless that's not a
Yeah.
good time.
What's our date?
February 18th.
Okay. So this will be on February 18th. It's over the phone. I assume you're still in high school?
Yes, sir.
How late can we go?
4 p.m., would that work?
4 o'clock?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and again, that's over the phone. You don't have to drive up to Madison to talk to him.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who's here in court with you, ma'am?
My father,
And what's his name?
Jeremy Washa.
All right, if you want to have your father or some other adult with you in that conversation, that might be something that Mr. Dragney would allow, although typically we only allow other people besides the defendant in on those discussions if they're attorneys. So,
They can't be represented by adults, or
by what?
they can't be represented by their parents?
No. No, I realize that for most things in life, that would make sense,
Yeah.
but in the law, defendants, and your daughter's a defendant now.
Yep.
She either has to represent herself or she has to have a licensed attorney representing her.
Okay, thank you.
But if Mr. Dragney wants to do things differently, that's his call.
If you'd like your dad on the call, that's okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, any questions about anything?
No, sir.
Okay, make sure you make that phone call, because if you don't, we'll assume that you've decided that you don't really want to do anything about this. You'll be found guilty of the citation that was originally issued, 4 points and $136.60. So if you want to try to get something better than that, you definitely want to make that call, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, then you're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, with all other matters that were scheduled for 5 o'clock, which I have not called, I will find the defendants guilty by default, and by way of penalty, I will, oh, excuse me.
This one, I sent him a notice. He was the one we had the problem with language line, and I did send it in Spanish.
Okay, all
And he did not appear, so.
right, I'll make a record on that. For those matters that were scheduled for 5 o'clock that I have not called, I'll find the defendants guilty by default. By way of penalty, I will impose forfeiture and costs in the amounts shown on the citations they received. With respect to the City of Stoughton versus Melvin Alberto Zambrano Bravo, the defendant was here.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's here. Excellent.
We're talking about him.
Where is we parked today?
You're Mr. Zambrano Bravo?
Yeah. I'm-
Great. Take off your hat, please. Oh, good. Glad he showed up.
74, 9, 72.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID.
I hope it works.
I checked again today with them and verified, so.
For Spanish, press 1. For, please enter access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter.
Is that coming through on the speaker? Okay, okay.
I don't think it's coming through on this speaker.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be up there, so everybody can hear that, I'm hoping. I have to take- Son of a- Sorry, I just hung up on them. I was trying to get it a
Oops.
little louder, and I'm sorry. Ugh. I had it all set, okay. 3, 9, 7, 2. All right.
Welcome Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your six. You en- Your client. For Spanish, press 1. Please enter access code. Please hold for an interpreter.
One more time. It's gotta be a full moon again.
Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
I could call my wife. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
She's home.
I think Spanish, they would have somebody pretty quick.
Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
I've never had this before.
Hope your Spanish preferred today therapy. Call me for training and quality assurance purposes. If you're video
We're having trouble understanding you.
can you hear me better this way?
Not very well, no.
No, the microphone is let me see what I can do. Get out more. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, can you hear me better this time?
yes.
Okay.
This-
Is your, well, I don't know if you heard my introduction well, but my name is Kevin. My ID would be 408625, and I'll be the Spanish interpreter. Is your client with you on the line?
This is Judge Scott Dirks in City of Stoughton Municipal Court. Appearing in court pro bono is defendant Melvin Alberto Zambrano Bravo. The City of Stoughton is represented by attorney Noah Dregney. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Then I'm going to swear you in. Please raise your right hand.
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear that you will well and truly interpret the questions and answers between the court, the counsel and the defendant in this case, from Spanish into English and from English into Spanish to the best of your ability?
I do.
All right. Then I will call the case of City versus Melvin Alberto Zambrano Bravo. The defendant is here in person. Go ahead.
Thank you. Entonces, estoy llamando el caso de la ciudad contra Melvin Alberto Zambrano Bravo. El acusado está aquí en persona.
Mr. Zambrano Bravo, can you understand the interpreter?
Señor Zambrano Bravo, ¿puede entender al intérprete?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Zambrano Bravo, you are charged with speeding on a public highway, specifically that you were operating a motor vehicle at 40 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone. Do you understand the nature of the charge?
Ahora, señor Zambrano Bravo, usted se le acusa de exceso de velocidad en una autopista pública, específicamente que usted está operando un vehículo automotor a 40 millas por hora en una zona de 25 millas por hora. ¿Usted entiende la naturaleza de los cargos?
Sí.
Yes.
Mr. Dragney, do you have an offer for the defendant this evening?
Señor Dragner, ¿usted tiene alguna oferta para el acusado esta noche?
Yes, the city offers to amend the citation to impeding traffic by slow speed under Wisconsin statute 346.59 sub 1 for a total forfeiture of $86.20 and 2 points.
Ahora, sí, la ciudad ofrece amendar la situación para impedir tráfico por velocidad lenta bajo el estatuto de Wisconsin 346591 por una anuncia de 86 y 2 puntos.
Sir, do you understand the city's offer?
¿Usted entiende la oferta de la ciudad?
¿Podría repetirme usted lo que me acaba de decir? Es que no lo escuché muy bien al principio.
Okay. This is the interpreter speaking. He's asking me to repeat. So before I do, I just want to confirm the total amount that was mentioned of the forfeiture.
The city is offering to amend the citation to a lesser traffic violation. The penalty that the city is asking the court to impose is $86.20. And with this new charge, there would be 2 demerit points instead of 4.
Thank you for repeating. De acuerdo, entonces, la ciudad está ofreciendo enmendar la citación a un incumplimiento de tráfico menor. La penalización que la ciudad está pidiendo y que la corte imponga es de $86.20 y con este nuevo cargo habrían 2 puntos de mérito en lugar de 4.
Sí, entendí lo que me quiero decir.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Sir, how would you like to proceed tonight?
No, señor, ¿cómo le gustaría proceder esta noche?
No venía a refutar, simplemente venía a como que a presentarme porque primera vez que me pasa este inconveniente y pues, como le digo, hay veces que no tenemos el total control de nuestros pensamientos, hay veces que pasamos por problemas, pues ese día no fue un buen día para mí y quizás por los problemas y preocupaciones de mi parte, pues me distraje por un momento y creo que me excedí el límite de velocidad. No suelo estar...
Apologies.
Hang on.
Apologies. My apologies. This is the interpreter speaking. I can hear very faintly that he is talking, but I am not able to understand anything of what he's saying. He's speaking very faintly.
Sure.
So can I ask him to repeat himself?
Yeah. Mr. Zambrano Bravo, I'm sorry, but could you please repeat that?
Yes.
Señor Zambrano Bravo, lo lamento, pero usted podría repetir eso, por favor.
Sí, claro. Que usualmente las personas a veces no tenemos buenos días y creo que ese día no fue un día muy bueno para mí. Tuve varias situaciones por las que pasé el día ese y creo que en un descuido pues subí un poco mi velocidad. Pero el hecho de hacer eso, iba en mi carril lento y en el entorno de que iba conduciendo, otros vehículos me iban pasando por un lado. Ese día le preguntaba al policía que si, o sea, que yo iba un poco en exceso de velocidad, pero no creo que me acerqué al límite que el policía me colocó. Pero sin embargo, el policía yo lo entiendo porque estaba haciendo su trabajo y soy consciente de que iba un poco en exceso de velocidad.
This is the interpreter speaking. I did hear him a little bit more this time, but it was not quite understandable on my end. So, can I ask him to speak louder?
Let's proceed this way. Mr. Zambrano Bravo, the city has offered to amend, to change the charge against you to one that would carry with it 2 demerit points instead of 4, and they're recommending a lesser fine of $86.20 instead of $98.80. Do you want to accept the city's offer, or do you need some time to talk to the city about the offer?
Entonces, ahora el señor Zambrano Bravo, la ciudad está ofreciendo enmendar el cargo en su contra a uno que tendría 2 puntos de demérito en lugar de 4, y están recomendando una multa menor de $86.20 en lugar de $98.80. ¿Usted le gustaría aceptar la oferta de la ciudad o necesita algo de tiempo para hablar con la ciudad respecto a la oferta?
Decido aceptarla.
Interpreter, did you hear that?
I did not actually. Let me ask him to repeat that louder.
The city
Sorry.
wants to accept.
Disculpen, ¿podría repetir lo que me dijo, pero más alto, por favor, para escucharlo?
Decido aceptarla.
Sí lo acepta. Okay, he will accept it.
Okay. Then, statute number is 346.59 sub 1.
Entonces, ahora, número de estatuto 34659 sub 1.
And I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I will find you guilty of the amended charge and impose a forfeiture and costs totaling $86.20. The Department of Motor Vehicles will assess 2 demerit points against your license, sir.
Entonces, ahora me encuentro una base factual para sus cargos y lo determino culpable del cargo amendado e impongo una denuncia en costos con un total de $86.20. El Departamento de Vehículos Automotores va a asesorar 2 puntos de demérito en contra de su licencia.
And sir, I should have asked you this before. You said you are accepting the city's offer. Do you plead guilty or no contest then to that amended charge?
Entonces, si ahora, señor, yo debí haberle preguntado esto antes. Usted dijo que está aceptando la oferta de la ciudad. ¿Usted estaría declarando culpable o que no se opone a la enmendación del cargo?
No me opongo a la enmendación del cargo.
No contest.
All right. I do find you guilty, and I will impose the penalties that I previously articulated.
Entonces, ahora lo declaro culpable y se estarían imponiendo las penalizaciones que he descrito previamente.
Sir, do you need more than 30 days to pay the forfeiture?
Okay. Bueno, señor, ¿usted necesita más de 30 días para pagar la multa?
No.
I can give you more than 30 days.
Que yo le puedo dar más de 30 días.
No, no hay problema. Yo lo podría conseguir en 30 días el pago.
Disculpe.
Que no hay problema, yo podría conseguir el pago en 30 días.
Okay, not a problem. I can comply with the payment in 30 days.
Okay, okay. Do you have any questions about anything, sir?
¿Usted tiene alguna pregunta respecto a algo, señor?
Yo tengo mi licencia de probatoria. Los 2 puntos me los multiplicarían por 2 en el presente año.
¿Podría repetir, por favor?
Tengo mi licencia probatoria del estado de Wisconsin. En las leyes de acá dicen que cuando las licencias son probatorias, le multiplican los puntos por 2. Sorry, this is my phone.
So I have probation in the city of. I have probation in the city of Wisconsin. So I had heard that when there's probation, they multiply the points by 2. So according to the laws.
That's correct. If you have a probationary license, and I'm just double checking to be sure that that's still the case. Yes.
Entonces,
You have a probationary license. So 4 points are going to be assessed instead of 2.
Entonces, sí, es correcto. Si usted tiene una licencia probatoria, a confirmar acá, si usted tiene una licencia probatoria, entonces se asesoraría en 4 puntos en lugar de 2.
Bueno, está bien.
I don't have any discretion about the points.
Ahora, no tengo ninguna discreción en contra de los puntos.
Bueno, sería todo, creo.
Interpreter?
Yes, sir, I wasn't able to hear him. Let me ask him to repeat. Disculpe, ¿sería tan amable de repetir?
Que entonces creo que sería todo. Muchas gracias por la oferta y no volverá a pasar.
Okay, so that's the question that he had, and thanks so much.
Okay. Slow down.
Okay, vaya más despacio.
All right. You
Thank
have a
you.
good evening.
Thank you,
Tenga
interpreter.
buena noche.
Okay.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, anything else I can do for you on my end?
No, thank you, interpreter.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so that takes care of the 5 o'clocks. 6 o'clocks.
3, just for you to sign approval of the agreements. And we also have James Hammis, just to talk about, he has not made another payment since, so I don't know how you want to handle that.
Okay. We don't need to make a record on these, do we? I'm just adopting the
Right,
agreement.
they complied with
Okay.
the requirements.
All right, then. What we have left then is City versus James Hammis for 6 o'clock. Mr. Hammis says, you know, Mr. Dragney is supposed to be paying $1,000 a month to pay down his unpaid forfeitures. He has not made his payment for this month. How would the city like to proceed?
He was here on December 17th.
I guess, can we reset the hearing in a month, please?
Yeah,
Do you want
let's,
him to appear in
yes.
person?
Yes, please.
Okay.
yes.
That's it.
Okay. Anything further from the city? All right, then, we're adjourned.